Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now I think it's a few days now until the full Resident Evil 4 remake gets released, but I couldn't wait any longer and I wanted to try it out without using a graphics card or basically using the integrated graphics. The system I'm using is a little B-Link machine with the Ryzen 7 7735HS and of course the Radeon 680M, which is still currently one of the best integrated solutions. As you can see, we're running Resident Evil 4, the remake demo, at over 60 FPS at the moment. This is likely to drop because we're in this little room. Let me just show you the settings I'm using here. Because we don't have to use the completely lowest settings. I am using FSR2 set to quality mode. The texture quality is also set to high at 0.25 gigabytes, and everything else is basically on low, apart from shadow cache, because this is very important to keep enabled, especially with a system like this. If I enable the overlay, right, you can see in the menu we're getting 60 frames per second, right? But if I turn off shadow cache, look at that frame rate just drop. Now if I get into the game like this, look at this. We're not even getting 40 frames per second a lot of the time. I mean, it's dipping all over the place. I'm not really sure what shadow cache does, but all I know is that when we turn it on in the Resident Evil 4 remake, or the demo anyway, the frame rate doubles at least. So if you're running this and you're struggling for frame rates, I definitely suggest enabling the shadow cache option, even if you turn everything else down to low. Now, I think I'll probably test the full game with a lot more integrated solutions and hardware setups, but because performance might be liable to change before it's released, I thought we'd just test the 680M for now, and then of course we'll test out the Athlon 3000G, maybe Intel graphics when the time comes. So I'm not really going to benchmark this in terms of actual figures because performance is going to vary depending on where you are in this demo, and because it isn't the final release and things are likely to change, I don't want to give you any exact figures and any exact promises as to what you can expect, because this might not reflect the final release at all. I'm going to skip this cutscene here just so we can get back into the gameplay. Of course, I watch cutscenes religiously when I'm actually playing, but for the sake of the demo, we'll skip right past it. Now, I'm ashamed to admit I've never played Resident Evil 4 before, never played the original. Okay, so I had to cut there because I did die, as I pretty much thought was going to happen. It's quite hard to talk and record at the same time, but there we go. We're still getting at least 60 frames per second, which is pretty good. I just cannot get him before he gets me, but I think that's the idea here, so there we go. Give him a bit of a kick. Oh, look at that, there we go. Right, he's down, I think. Now we can move on. We'll get towards the village part of the game as well and see how performance changes. I'm not expecting 60 frames per second throughout. I think there will be some heavy dips below that, but just remember that shadow cache is best left enabled, otherwise you may experience some severe stutters and performance dips. I'm going to fast forward a little bit now to the actual village area once I've dealt with these guys here, and then we'll see how things change. So performance has really changed as we approach this area here. Now, can you imagine if shadow cache was off here, we'd be experiencing far less than 30 FPS. We can, of course, turn FSR up to a more aggressive preset as well and get more frames. I sort of find that this is a nice balance between performance and visual quality. That's my opinion, but of course it is entirely up to you as to what you do when you're playing this game yourself. I'm not very good at it. I'm definitely going to buy the full game though, because I feel like I missed out not playing the original. A little bit of stutter as we move into the new area. I know there's someone in here as well, I think. Is there? Yep, there is. There we go. Lovely, there we go, right. So we're going to take that handgun ammo and we're going to make our way down, as well as that herb, to the village zone now and see how things are impacted even more. As you can see, dipping towards sort of 30-40 frames per second, but we're still above 30, and that's all I can ever ask of integrated graphics. And we do have a little more room in terms of what we can do to the settings too. We could drop the resolution, we could we can make the FSR more intense, and we can drop the texture setting if we want to. So here we are. I forgot to pick up the flash grenade. I've just realised now. Did I forget to pick it up? Yes, I forgot to pick it up. Never mind. Here we are in the village area. Let's see what we can do here. Have they spotted me? Yes, they have. Roundhouse kick coming. Whoa, was not expecting that. That made me jump. But performance is still holding up, actually, so not too bad, to be honest, with the integrated 680M solution here. Can I pick that up before they get me? Yes. Let's just, oh my goodness. Right, we're just gonna run past these quick. I mean, so far so good. Performance is holding up pretty well. It's going to be interesting to see how things change when the full game gets released. I don't think, or I can't imagine it's going to be too different. I think you're still going to be able to play it on integrated solutions like this one. Oh no, here he comes. But you should expect drops below 60, especially if you want to turn up a couple of little settings here and there. But for the most part, I think you're going to have an enjoyable time. I'm certainly having fun here. I can't see much because there is sun reflecting off my screen. But what can you do? Hey, let's pick up these pesetas and make a run. Whoa, okay, we won't be going that way. Let's go. Feel pretty safe up here. Might just hang around up here until I get rescued. I think that's not a bad idea at all, is it? Knocked down. There we go. Look at that. Is there someone? There's going to be someone behind me in a minute. Yes, let's make a run for it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's escape the village. We're out of here. I think I'm probably going to leave it there for now. We will be picking this up soon when the full game releases, of course, because it will be interesting to see how and if things change. There might not be that much of a performance impact at all, but who knows. Whoa, the cow is on fire. The chainsaw man is also coming. I think we've had it. Oh, no. We're still hitting at least 30, even when the action starts to really get intense here. I'm going to die any second, I just know it. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, here he comes. If you enjoyed this one, leave a like on it. Leave a dislike if you didn't. Let me know what you think of the performance in the comments below. And let me know how it runs for you. Remember to turn on shadow cache if you want to give this a try. And hopefully, I'll see all of you in the next one.